Hello again. Tonight we have a book called Vera's Halloween by Vera Rosenberry. It was a perfect autumn day. Maple leaves fluttered above Vera's head as she wrapped yards of white toilet paper around her body. She dabbed red paint here and there. Little children went trick-or-treating before dark like Vera's baby sister Ruthie. But this year, Vera was going out on the spooky night with her father and big sisters, June and Elaine. At dinner, Vera's father said, "I'm almost too frightened to eat. A mummy, a bat, and a witch, all in one house." Vera was so excited she, too, could hardly eat. Her mother handed each of the girls a brown paper bag to collect their treats. "It seems to be getting colder," Mother said. "Maybe you should all wear your winter coats." "Mummies don't wear snowsuits," Vera announced. "I have lots of layers and bandages, so I will be warm." The girls rushed outside and looked back at the glowing jack-o'-lanterns they'd carved earlier that day. Vera's was the one with the fierce grin. Father came out wearing a red cape and a devil's hat. People were hurrying up and down the sidewalk as autumn leaves rustled underfoot. Laughing and shouting, noises and ringing doorbells added to all of the excitement of the day. Mrs. Metzner gave out ginger cookies in the shape of bats. "Just like me," Elaine yelled, flapping her wings as she ran down the front path. Mrs. Townsend answered her door, dressed in a ghost costume. Scary music was playing, and a dummy without a head sat on the porch. Very scary. One of Vera's bandages unraveled, and she had to stop and wrap it around her leg again. When she looked up, her family was gone. Far down the street, Vera saw a red devil disappearing around the corner, so she ran to catch up. When she finally drew near, Vera realized that that red devil was not her father. Vera had turned a few corners chasing the devil. Now she didn't know where she was. Vera was lost. It started to rain. What do you think happened to Vera's paper bag for her treats? Vera thought she should turn right, so she hurried in that direction. Her bag suddenly felt a little light. The rain had soaked through the paper and her candy had fallen out. "Oh no," Vera sighed. "We thought that might happen." It began to sleet. Do you know what sleet is? Sleet's when the rain turns to a little bit of icy. Vera's wet bangs were coming off. She fixed them the best she could and walked on, hoping it was the right way home. There were hardly any children around, and her bandages were getting wet and falling loose. The sleet quickly turned to snow. Whirling snowflakes surrounded Vera. She wished she had put on her snowsuit, even though mummies did not wear them. Vera saw a house with many glowing jack-o'-lanterns. She stepped onto the porch and rang the bell. A long, spooky laugh made the hairs on her arms stood up. What does it mean when the hairs on your arms stand up and you get all tingly? Sometimes it means I'm afraid. Before she could run away, a giant gorilla opened the door. It filled the doorway, jumping up and down and roaring. That is so scary. Then the gorilla became quiet. Vera could hear people talking inside. "What have we here?" said the gorilla in a muffled voice. It removed its hairy head, and underneath was a man. Behind him, someone said, "Appa, that's Vera, my friend from school." This was Anand's house. Welcome, Vera, said Anand's father. Amma, come quickly. I think Vera was lucky and found a friend. Anand's mother helped Vera inside. Anand's big sister was having a Halloween party. How wet and cold you must be, said Anand's mother. Are you here alone? First, I lost my father and sisters. Then I lost my candy. Now I'm lost myself, Vera said in a very squeaky voice. Anand gave Vera some dry clothes to put on, while his father called her parents. Vera drank a big mug of hot cider and ate a glazed donut. It was so good to be warm and dry again. Soon Vera's father came to the door. At last we found you, he said. He had Vera's snowsuit, boots, and mittens. Thank you for taking good care of Vera, said father, as he helped her bundle up. Here, Anand said. He pressed a big chocolate bar, the best kind, into Vera's hand from his own treat bag. See you tomorrow. Thank you, Vera said, as she and her father stepped outside. Snow lay on the ground, and everything sparkled white. A full moon shone in the sky. Vera's father pulled her across the snow on a sled. What a strange adventure this has been, Vera thought as she slid along, looking up at the stars. It was like having Halloween and Christmas all together in one amazing night. Vera snuggled and squeezed the chocolate bar and snuggled down to enjoy her ride home. The end. Vera's Halloween is a very interesting book. Have you ever had to trick or treat in the snow? I have. Good night, sweet dreams. I love you.